Good morning. Well, we are trying to create our own LLC, and we are trying to do it ourselves. So we learn how we can go to our state secretary website, look to see if our business name that we chose is available in our state to use. Second, how much it costs to file a certificate of organization. And third, the state acts regarding an LLC, the requirement that our state has. So we look for those information on the website. Now we want to create our certificate of organization for our LLC. So pretty much we are just going to open a blank Word document, and you are going to retrieve those requirements from the Act and use that to create your certificate of organization. I'm going to show you that in a moment. And you print it out. So when you print it out, you sign it as the organizer. You put your name, your title, and you can, even if that's two of you creating the LLC, both of you can do that, or you can just put your name if you are the main organizer. So the registered agents may not be required to sign, but it doesn't hurt to put those signatures on the paper. The thing is, if you miss out on information, they will send it back to you and ask you to complete it. So you just do that and submit it again. So, but just make sure you have all those information on the document, and you sign it, you print it, the document out that you fill out online on your computer, you sign it, you scan it, and you save on your computer. And then you go back to your state secretary websites and you e-file the certificate of organization for your LLC. And pretty much it's going to ask you for those same information that you have in your Word documents. So one way you can do that as well is to instead of looking for the Act, you can look for you can click on e-file, for example, and see all those questions that you were asked, and use that to create your Word document as well. You can do the same thing, but just make sure you list the key elements, that anything that is required, you list that, and you can add some additional information. That's why I like to go with the Act to read the requirements and go from there. So let's get back to my computer and see how we can draft a Word document. Online you will be able to find templates. It's fine if you want to use a template from online, that is up to you as well, but you can just go with what your state is requiring and create your own templates. So when we go back to, we are working before, we used Illinois, so we just went to, let me see if I can open another one here. So you just go to Google and you tap your state, and in this scenario we are using Illinois. You just tap your state Secretary of State and Illinois Secretary of State, and we choose the site, and here we click on service. But now that we have everything ready, in fact we wanted to create our Word document first, right? So I'm going to show you the draft that I have here that I use. Is it this one? No, it's not this one. It will be these templates here. So you can just create that in online and we pull this information pretty much from the state's acts, and my state has a shorter version. Illinois has a longer version. Let me see here. That's this. Yeah, that's to e-file. But if you see my previous video, you'll see where we went with we click on Act, LLC Act here, and we just click on organization, and they have all those requirements for articles of organization here. And one, the name of the liability company, so you see, and the address of its principal place of business, which may but need not be a place of business in this state. So for example, in that instance, in your Word document, you put name of limited liability company, and then you just type your name. So we use TL Enterprises LLC. So if that's the way you enterprises, don't have it right here. So if that's the way you want it, you type it like that. If you wanted to have it with that, just make sure you know what you are doing and you keep it consistent in the future after you got approved. So you can do that, and you can do this as well, or you can even have the whole full name as well, like limited liability company at the end. So that's that. And the office address, so if that's your home office, you just write it down here. So if you go back again, you'll see that two, the purpose for which the liability company is organized. So the order they have it here is different from the order my state has it, and my state does not even ask for that, but I provided when I was doing one of my businesses too recently. I provided that information, but I provided at the end. You see, it was not recorded by my state, but I provided anyway. So I just put, we can put TLLC is owned by, you know, both members, whatever, or by whoever is that, you'll put that. But the reason, the what we are talking about is TLLC is in business for selling online, for example, you know, or is in business for making whatever that is. Just a short description of what you are going to, your main operation is going to be. You will put it down. So you can follow the order they have here as well, or whatever works for you. That's why one template may not fit all, depending on the state you are. You can just customize it to fit your need. So let's see here. And for the name of the registered agent and the address of the registered office, that's where you want your legal document to go. And it could be a lawyer, it could be yourself, it could be I don't know, any other companies that you wanted to hire for that, but it can just be your own home office as well. So you'll put the name, as I have it here, name of the initial registered agent, and then I'll put my name or your name. You'll put it here. Address of the initial registered agent, you'll put your address down. So if you are the registered agent, if you want to receive those documents that the state might want to send your way, yeah, put your information there as well. And it might even ask for email address. Why not? Add it. And then let's see if they ask for the organizer here. So that's fourth. The name of the business address of all of the managers and any member having the authority of a manager. So when they have, let me see if we kept something here, a confirmation that the limited liability company comply with the requirement in subsection B of section 5.1 that the company has one or more members. So my state does not require that, but what I did is I have here numbers of members, and in this state I put 2. That's why I came back here and I say, you know, whatever the name is, LLC is owned by both members, and I put the names here. So you can do something similar to your, you know, to your state as well. And now they are asking the name and business address for all the managers or any member having the authority of a manager. So if you are going to manage the business yourself and you are creating it yourself, yeah, you'll put your name and your address as a member manager. Let me see if I have something like that. I remember one of mine, I put member manager somewhere. So even I created 3 or 4 LLCs so far, from 3 of, oh no, maybe 5, I don't know, but pretty much I use templates similarly different from each other depending on what information I wanted to display. I believe one of them I put member manager. I'm not sure if that's the first one that I did. Trying to look it up here, but it just seems familiar that I list that information somewhere. So that's that, and that's what I like to look for, the act. It helps me know what my state is requiring, and I like to include that in my documents. In addition to that, I can add more information that I wanted to add. So we will have the direction of the limited liability company. So it can be blank if you think that's perpetual, or you have to state the date, the ending date. And I believe I put LLC direction perpetual here. So that's that. And what else is required? I believe they are asking for the organizers, right? The name and address of each organizer. So if you put 2 people, make sure those 2 people sign the paper when you print it out. So name of the organizer, address, name of the organizer, address, and I have them here. So how the LLC will be managed, that's what I was looking for earlier. So, and the answer is member manage. So that's that. A number of members I put 2. And for Illinois, they are asking for their name and their address. So you'll make sure you add more rows to add their name and their addresses as well. So that's how you'll use the ads, and you'll create your own Word document. So you can just read through it and list all the information you need to. And some state does now require you to draft the operation agreement. So if you are now required, you don't need to submit that when you are filing the certificate of organization. And I believe some states might call it articles of organization. So, and just has space for date, signature, and name and titles. You can even be more specific by putting name of organizers as well. And when you print it out, anyone that you listed here as organizers, make sure they sign. They sign or write their name and their title. Like if I write my name, Afiavi Ojune Liberman, if I sign, I'll write my name and then I'll date it. And then I'll put my title like member, you know, or president. But it'll be good to put member. That way they know that you are a member of the company, not just a manager, which will be manager manage, not member manage. So you want to just put member. If you want to be precise, you can put member become a president. So whatever works for you. But if you have not figured out your titles yet, just put member, because LLC owners are members. So that's that. That's how you create your own template for a certificate of organization for your LLC. You scan it, you sign it. No, you print it out, you sign it. Anyone that is an organizer, sign it, write their name, title it, date it, and you scan it back and save it on your computer. And you will need it to upload to the website when you e-file. So let's see here, and we can continue. And pretty much when you go back to the site, look for online filing, and they say file here. We can just click on it, and they say LLC article of organization. I wish to form a standard limited liability company which does not have the ability to establish series. That's what I will select, and they say continue. Provisions: the article of organization will be effective on the filing dates. Is the above information agreed to? You can click on yes. You have to agree with things anyway, and then you put the name and you continue. So it's going to do all of that, and at the end it will ask you to upload your certificate of organization or your article of organization, and you submit your PDF document that you scan and save, and you will pay with your credit cards or debit cards, and you just wait. We submit everything, and within few hours or within 24 hours, depending on the state, you will be approved, and your LLC is born. Thank you for watching. I'm Afiabi Ojune Liberman, creators of Liberman Consulting L.L.C YouTube channel and owners of Nina Soap. And our website is ninasoap.com. That's our blog, and we have our e-commerce, our clothing store, and custom design stationery, and that's liberlabel.com. And I'm working on our natural products e-commerce site as well, and when it's ready I will put in the description as well. Thank you.